Hello, lovely knitters. Welcome to the very first episode of the Laura Creative Knitting Podcasts. My name is Laura. I'm a knitter based in Belgium. I've been knitting now for, I think, 5+ years. So I've started knitting and I've never stopped. It's like a bit of an addiction. So I'm starting my very first episode today of the podcast, and I was thinking, do I do the traditional format with the finished objects, whips, acquisitions, future plans, or do I do something else? So I decided to take you on my journey of my 5+ years of knitting and show you what I've made. I will just go through the sweaters because it's a lot. It's a lot. I will only do the sweaters, so no cardigans, no summer knits, no baby knits, just the sweaters. But we'll have a long episode ahead because I have them here next to me. It's a lot of sweaters that I'm looking forward to talk to you about them, maybe ranking them, talk about the yarn, about the wear, which one I wear a lot, and just go through them and see where we go from there. And then next episode I will do like the traditional format because I'm working on a lot of projects right now, and I really want to share them with you. So let's get started. Okay, so I have my little booklet here with an overview of all of the sweaters from the past years. I'll first mention that I started with many Raglan sweaters in acrylic yarns. I used to be very proud of them. I wore them a lot out, and yeah, I was proud of them. So here are some examples, but I don't have any of these left, I think, so I cannot show you them in real life. The first one I still have that I can show you in real life is called the Adelaide Robinson Blouse by Katriana Gilanders, which I test knitted for her actually. It's also in an acrylic yarn, but the design is just so really special, and I get a lot of compliments when I wear it. So my version looks like this. Oh, isn't it gorgeous? It has like puff sleeves at the top, and some cabling around the waist to cinch in the waist, and then a peplum at the bottom. Also, the sleeves are also the same as the body, so with the beautiful cables, then the peplum and an I-cord to finish it off. So as I said, I get a lot of compliments when I wear it, so which makes me like it even more. But it's in an acrylic yarn. So I was thinking of knitting it again. I don't usually knit patterns again. I've done it before for patterns I really like, but I think I will knit it again. It's just so unique and beautiful, and it's really nice silhouette. I'll show you some pictures as well of me wearing it, of the designer wearing it. I really like it. I'm thinking of wearing it for Christmas this year because it's like this red color. I think it will be lovely for Christmas. So I think I will rank the sweaters from A, B, C, D, E, maybe F, with A being the best and the most worn. So I'm thinking this one, it should be an A, but because of the yarn, I cannot give it an A, maybe a B minus or a C plus. I'll give it a B because it's really pretty. It looks really nice. I love to wear it. And I love that people give compliments about knitwear. It's nice, right? When you make something yourself. So the second sweater I have here with me is the Color Fade Raglan Sweater by Stella J. Doyle. It is knit with pure wool by Allison and May. So it's the first sweater I made with like a pure 100% wool yarn. It's a bit rustic, so don't be all like that. So this is my version of it. I think I also test knit this for her. So it's actually a basic raglan sweater with like, I think a 4-stitch raglan here, 2x2 ribbing at the collar and the sleeves, and then some color work on the bottom of the sweater as well as on the bottom of the sleeves. And a split hem, I see. I don't know if it was in the pattern or not, but I usually like to add it to some of my sweaters. So it was a very basic sweater, but with the fun color work at the bottom. I think the original version is with the 3 colors. I only had 2, but I think it looks nice as well. Really nice touch to make it a bit different. It also smells sheepy, which I love. I think all knitters love to smell the sheep of their handmade items, so really nice. I really like to wear this because it's wool, it's 100% wool, so it's very breathable and it's still very hot. So on the cold winter days, this is very nice to wear. The only downside is that this does not have any short rows, so the fit around the neck is not very perfect as I like it now. So I think now I add short rows in all of my sweaters to get like the back raised a bit. So this doesn't have it, so I don't wear it as often as before, because I have now better sweaters in my wardrobe. So to rank this one, I think I will give this a C. So the next one on the list is the Warm Up Sweater by Espace Tricot. It was a free pattern actually, but I cannot find it in my house. It's somewhere here. I cannot find it, but I wear it a lot actually, because it's a very simple raglan as well, but I did some modifications on the cuff. I will insert some pictures so you can see it. So I did some cabling at the cuff, which I really like. I did knit it in an all acrylic yarn, but it made for a sweater that I don't really care if it gets stained, if it gets dirty, so I just wear it a lot going outside in the garden or somewhere where I'm afraid some of my sweaters get dirty. It's also in a white, so it fits with all of my other clothing, so it gets a lot of wear for an acrylic yarn sweater. So yeah, I don't have it with me. I'm really sad I cannot show you, but it exists, and I wear it in my my weekly rotation of sweaters. So to rate it, so I wear it a lot, but it's an acrylic yarn, so I think I just will give it a C as well, just a C. Okay, let's fast forward now to 2023. This was really my year of sweater knitting. So the first one I knit in 2020, which I finished in 2023, was a step-by-step sweater by Florence Miller. I'm sure everyone knows about it. It's a free pattern as well, with video tutorial on YouTube, so perfect also for a beginner knitter. It's actually a basic raglan sweater. Let me see at the front. It's a very basic raglan sweater. It's a bit creased from the closet. I made like a different neck. I think hers was folded, but I made like the mock neck or funnel neck. I don't know what it's called. It also has like a 2-stitch raglan. I made the sleeves a bit different. I modified the sleeves. I made them tapered because I like a more fitted sleeve. So I think in the pattern it's a wide sleeve without or with very few decreases on the sleeve. So mine, maybe I tapered it a little bit too much, because it's, when I wear it, it's really tight around the wrists, so the cuff is very tight. So it's a very, very simple, basic raglan sweater, but I love to wear it. So for this pattern, I used Drops Nepal. It's one of their very well-known yarns, I think. But this pills like crazy. It's like when I wear it once, it has a lot of pills. I don't know if I can show it on camera. You can see it. Oh yeah, you can see it, right? I wash this a lot. I deep pill it a lot, and then after one wear, even right after deep pilling, it has a lot of pills again. I've made some pictures of it to show my frustration, because it's such a lovely yarn. It's really soft, it's warm, it's breathable. I really like the color, but it pills so much, so I wear it a lot, and I'm like, I don't care about the pills, but I kind of do. When I'm at work and I see like pills on the sleeve, I'm like plucking them off. It's the only downside of the sweater, because otherwise it's just a perfect basic raglan sweater. I can just say to everyone, even beginners, just knit it, you will not regret it, but maybe in a different yarn. So to rate it, I would love to give it an A, but I cannot do it because of all the pilling, so it will be a B for me. Next up, we have the Sundial Sweater by Iris Makes, or Iris H, I think she's called. I made mine using Drops Flora and Drops brushed alpaca silk. So it looks like this. It has it's a round yoke, so it's my first round yoke. The other ones were all Raglan sweaters, but I tried something different. So you can see the round yoke with like the sundial pattern, I suppose. Looks really nice, with a folded collar, 1x1 rib. I think it has like a bit of a balloon sleeve, if I remember correctly. And the pattern of the yoke goes all the way through the body and sleeves. So it's actually a really nice pattern. I really like the sundial motif in the pattern, but I was off gauge with this one. Yes, very sad. So it's way too big. It's well, I can style it so that it fits better, but if I just throw it on and wear it, it's just too big. I think the yoke part is fine because you can still see the pattern here, but then the body is like so wide that you don't really see those stripes when I wear it. So it's really sad. I think I will frog this one and use yarn for something else, and maybe even knit the pattern again because it's really pretty. It's really pretty. But frogging a whole sweater, always so much work, always more fun to get the new yarns and make a new sweater. But maybe one day I will frog this, we'll see. So to rate this one, will probably be an E or an F. Not because of the pattern, because the pattern is great. The design is also beautiful. It's just off gauge. It's my own fault. I'm really sad, but it happens. So the next one is a very popular, a very well-known pattern called the Stripe Hype Sweater by Veronica Lindberg, also known as Kutova Kika, here on YouTube, and yeah, she's very well known. I had the pleasure to test knit the pattern for her. My version looks like this. So I knit mine using Drops Sky. Yes, Drops Sky. So the pattern is actually intended to use a lot of scrap yarn. So it's supposed to switch colors every, I think, 3 stripes. But I just used one contrast color and one main color because I had that in my stash. So I think it's with twisted ribs on the cuff and then like a contrast color on the stripe on the end of the sleeve, which I really like, and also the same on the collar. So I think it looks really nice, popular pattern. I'm already thinking about knitting my second one, but then really with scrap yarns. So I'm just trying to collect enough scraps to make this sweater again. So what happened with me with this sweater? So I knitted with Drops Sky, as I mentioned, but it's a very drapey yarn. So after blocking, it grew a lot. Also, I knew this up front, my row gauge was off. So my stripes, I think, are a bit larger than hers. So it grew a lot after blocking, and then even after wearing, it stretched out. So it's a really big sweater now. So it's actually too big for me, but I style it by tucking it into my pants, and then I can make it look more fitted. I also put in some elastic at the neckline so that it fits really nice around my neck, because that's usually, if it's really wide and stretched out, it's not really pretty. So this makes it look better and more fitted. So I really want to knit it again because I love it. It's a very basic drop shoulder pattern. It's not really anything special. I think you can use every drop shoulder pattern and just put in some stripes. But it's really the idea of the designer that I think is really pretty, really cute. So I will knit this again if I have enough scraps collected. So for rating it, I think I will give this one a D because it's just too big now that it's stretched out, unfortunately. Okay, next we have the Big C Sweater by Brie Miklaukic, also called Blue Sheep Knitwear. I test knitted this for her, this pattern. for my my version, I also used the same yarn as one of the first earlier sweaters called Allison and May Pure Wool. It was actually the leftovers from that sweater that I used for this one. So also very rustic, very sheepy, sheepy yarn. So this is what my version looks like. When I hold it like this, it looks really pretty, but then you can see I ran out of yarn. So I had to switch colors and I did some color blocking, but I just think it takes away from the beautiful design. So I'll just lower it a bit. There we go. So look at how pretty this cabling design is. So it has like the stockinette stripes, some cabling, and then some zigzag, is it zigzag? Yeah, some zigzag, kind of zigzag patterning below. So it's a really nice design. I think I still need to sew down the collar to make it match the pattern design. But I think it's a very beautiful design, and also very rustic, sheepy, natural yarn, which I really love, not itchy at all. So for me, it's a really nice pattern, really nice yarn. It's a basic drop shoulder construction with then so I think it's been a while since I knit this, but I think it was created with short rows if I look at it. Probably short rows to create a slope on the shoulders, and then this is the back, so it has the same pattern as the front. Just really nice design. So yeah, really nice design. So I would give it an A, but because of my own yarn shortage and the bottom being a different color, I don't know, what do you think? Does it look nice with the color blocking? I don't know. This is, look, really nice. Nah. So we'll give it a C because of the color blocking. But it's really nice pattern, so it's not because of the pattern at all, or the design. Next we have the last sweater I knit in 2023. This was the Cathedral pullover by Claudia Quintanilla for Unit Toronto. So I knit mine using Drops Charisma yarn. Let's see. Looks like this. Oh, it's so pretty. Look at that yoke. Ah, I love it. So it is knit bottom up. I know a lot of people, including myself, are not really a fan of bottom up construction, but look at this. Look at how it looks. So it really didn't matter that much to me to knit it bottom up. So you start with casting on, I think, the twisted rib at the bottom, yes, until the, I think, armhole splits. Then you knit the sleeves separately, also from the cuff up, just stockinette. And then you start a really interesting and really pretty yoke design. So it is a really pretty yoke design. I see why they call it a cathedral pullover, because it's very pretty. It was not that hard to knit, if I remember correctly, but the result is really nice. I also really like the yarn. First time I knit with Drops Charisma. It's I think it's a superwash, but it feels very rustic, actually. Normally a superwash is like very smooth, very slippery. This one really, yeah, it feels really rustic. That's what I like in my yarns. Only downside for me, it is really not my color. See, not my color. So I was thinking of dyeing it, maybe in a dark brown or something. But the nice thing about these light colored yarns is that you can see the motif really well. So I'm afraid if it's too dark, that it gets lost a bit in the darkness of the yarn. So I finished it in 2023. I still haven't dyed it yet, so probably won't happen, but I still wear it a lot. If I wear it with some dark pants, if I let my hair down, it's covered a bit, so then the color really doesn't matter that much. So purely for the reason of the color, that it's a bit too light for me, a bit too pastel for me, I will give it a B, but otherwise it would be like an A++ because it's so gorgeous. For Christmas of 2023, I got a lot of knitting books as gifts, so I was really happy about it. So one of them was this one, called A Knitter's Year by Wittere Design. So the start of 2024 was for me a sweater from her book. So I chose this one to start. It is called the Permafrost Sweater. I knit mine in Drops Alpaca Boucle. So it's meant to be in a boucle yarn. So I knit mine in the same color as hers, so just a white one, and so it will fit all of my wardrobe. So this is it. It's a very, very, very basic drop shoulder pattern. Actually, all of the patterns in her book are very basic, very written very shortly, like 1 or 2 pages tops for each pattern. The ones I knit, I don't know, I think most of them are very basic, but there's nothing wrong with that. But this one is also knitted bottom up, which I don't like that much, but it was worth it. I wear it a lot. I wear it often. I think it looks really nice with just a pair of jeans and then this thrown on, and it looks really nice to put together. I do like to wear like a white long sleeve shirt underneath it because it's a bit see-through. But that's just because I didn't pair it with another yarn. I think I was first thinking of pairing this Drops Alpaca Boucle with Drops Flora. So I bought all of the yarn, and then for some reason I started knitting and I just used Alpaca Boucle yarn. So that's why it's a bit see-through, but it's because of that very lightweight sweater. So if I just put on a long sleeve shirt underneath, it's perfect. So for rating this one, I like wearing it. It pairs really well with jeans, which I really like. So for that reason, I would rank it high. But the pattern was just so simple, so easy, and bottom up. So that's I would give it a B. Yeah, I'll give it a B. The next one is also from a knitting book. It's the Knitting for Olive book, 20 Modern Knitting Patterns from the iconic Danish brand. So I think a lot of people know this book. And of course, the Knitting for Olive brand is widely popular. So I got this one for Christmas as well. So the pattern I chose to start with was this one, the Chunky Rib Sweater. As you can see, really nice. I chose to do mine in a very, very similar color. So this is mine. Ta-da! So I knit this one in Drops North and Drops Brushed Alpaca Silk held together. It's a Raglan sweater with like a chunky rib pattern. Even the Raglan is with this rib design, which is very nice. And then the bottom is just finished in the same rib. I think maybe the needle size changed. The color is in a 2x2 rib, and the chunky rib is a 3x3 rib, and the same for the sleeves. Yeah, the same for the sleeves. So this one, I love it. I love it. It's really nice color for me. It drapes nicely. I think it's special enough. It's just a Raglan sweater, but it's special enough with like the Raglan stripes that just flow into the ribbing. This is the back. I just really like it. Also the yarn is nice. It's not itchy. It's really soft. It drapes nice because of the alpaca probably. I wear it a lot. It does pill a little bit, as you can maybe tell on the sleeves. So I need to de-pill this one. But I will give it a wash first because it's losing a bit of its shape around the sleeve. So I'll give it a wash and a block, and I de-pill it, and then it will be as good as new. But I really like this one. So I think for rating, this will be my first A, because I like it a lot. Everything about it is perfect to me. Next up is the Loddon Sweater by the Knit Pearl Girl. I knit mine in Drops Fable in a beautiful, beautiful blue color. Looks really nice. So this is my version. It's a bit wrinkly and it has fault lines from the closet, so please ignore it. It's a really beautiful design, really classy. But you can see when I hold it in front of the white wall, it's a bit see-through. That's because I knitted with Drops Fable, which is a sock yarn, I think fingering, or maybe a sport weight yarn, I should check it. And it's not supposed to knit with this type of yarn. But I wanted a really lightweight layering piece to wear to the office, because I think the design looks really polished and classic and business casual maybe. So that's why I chose the yarn. But if I put like my hand in here, it's not that see-through, it's a little bit. I do, when I wear it, wear like a long sleeve top, or maybe like just a spaghetti strap top, because it is a bit see-through, and when I wear it to the office, yeah, you want to be covered up completely. So that I do, but I really like it. Really nice. I love the color. I also love the detail here in the front, and it's just a basic Raglan actually, with a really nice fit. So it's something I really like about the Knit Pearl Girl. She takes a lot of effort to make a nice fitting garments. So I have knit a lot of her sweaters, so you'll see, yeah, you'll see in the remainder of the video. I knit a lot of Knit Pearl Girl patterns. So this one, really love it. Maybe because it's a bit see-through, I cannot give it an A, but I can definitely give it a B or maybe a B+, because I really like the sweater. The last sweater I knit in 2024 is the Fluffiness Sweater by Rita Koch Knitwear. I knit mine using the Veritas Babette yarn. I think it's discontinued. I tried to look it up on their website. I think it's discontinued, but the pattern is supposed to be with Drops Melody, I think. So you could use that one if you would like to knit it as well. So this is my version. So it's a drop shoulder sweater with a v-neck with a 1x1 rip, and then just some sleeves with 1x1 rip as well, and the body as well 1x1 rip. I added a little label because I think it's so cute to add labels to handmade items, and I don't like to be them to be in the collar when it's itchy in the back of your neck, so that's why I put them here visibly at the bottom, because you can be proud that you made something yourself, I think. So this one is very simple, very basic, top-down drop shoulder pattern with a v-neck, but I think I wear it a lot to the office as well, because you can pair it with like a button-up shirt, with like the little collar sticking out. I really like the look with the v-neck, and also like the yarn is very airy. It's not, I wouldn't say see-through, but it's very airy. So, and it looks fluffy with it's not a mohair, this one, but it's a fluffy yarn. So Fluffiness Sweater, that's probably why she called it that. So I wear this a lot to the office with the button-up shirt underneath. I wear it so much that I'm now actually knitting a second one in a different color. The exact same yarn, exact same size, everything the same. I test knitted this for her. I didn't know if I mentioned it, but I really like it. I wear it a lot, so I'm going to rate this one an A. The first sweater I finished in 2025 is the Cove Sweater by the Knit Pearl Girl. I knitted mine using Drops North and Drops Kid Silk. I'm actually wearing it right now. So it is drop shoulder pattern, like I think it's called a European shoulder. I will show it later. It has like 2x2 rip on the neck, 2x2 rip on the cuffs, and on the bottom hem of the sweater. It has beautiful decreases on the sleeves. It's very special. And what makes it also special is the hem. So what she did with using short rows, where she shortened the front hem actually and made the back longer, but like really smooth, bit rounded bottom, which I really like, because I'm a French tuck girly, so I always tuck in my my sweaters in my pants. to make like give it a better silhouette. But for these sweaters it's not necessary because the front is already raised, so I think that's a really nice touch. I think I will maybe add it to other sweater designs because it's really nice to not have the bulk stuck in your pants at the front. So it's a really nice touch. So for the yarn, it's the first time that I used Kid Silk by Drops. It's a bit itchy. Some days I really cannot tolerate it here around my neck and I'm like, oh, itching all day. But actually today it doesn't bother me because if you just feel it like this, it feels really soft. But then yeah, the neck, and sometimes it prickles through my my sweater because I always wear a long sleeve t-shirt underneath. But right now it doesn't really bother me. So I really like the drape of this combination. I really like the color. Yeah, for me this sweater is an A. I love the design, I love the yarn, except for sometimes the itchiness of the Kid Silk, but it's definitely an A. I wear it a lot. The next sweater that was on my wish list for a really long time was the Porcelain Sweater by Knit. Everyone knows that sweater. It's very popular in the knitting community. It was on my wish list. I had some yarn in stash that would be real nice color-wise. Cool toned white color by Hobby, the Hobby Friends wool. And then I had the leftover from the Loddon Sweater, which was the nice blue, which was just perfect for the Porcelain Sweater. And I had enough to make it. So I started swatching it, but the gauge was completely wrong and it was totally off. But then I think it was 18 stitches. Then I remembered, oh, the Cove Sweater, my favorite drop shoulder pattern, is 18 stitches. Maybe I can combine the two. So that's what I did. I used the basic design of the Cove Sweater with the stitch counts, and I just added the color work of the Porcelain Sweater. So to make it work, I had to adjust the color work charts to make it work for the stitch count. So I did have to do some thinking, but I'm really happy with the result. So this is what it looks like. It's so pretty. So it's supposed to be a design with 3 colorwork stripes, as you probably already know. But the bottom one, when I started the second one, I finished the second one, it was already the length I really like in sweaters. So I was not about to add another colorwork stripe, because then it would be way too long. But I really liked these two, were my favorite colorwork stripes anyways. So I was happy I could include those. So it also meant that the sleeve only has 1 colorwork stripe. But I think it's really, really nice. I really like it. So this is, as I mentioned, actually the Cove Sweater template, let's say. So I can show you now in the back. It has like this, I think it's called European shoulder, right? It has this one, and then the sleeves. It has the color work at the back as well, of course. Oh yeah, and then I can show the hem at the bottom, so you can see how it's curved to be shorter at the front than the bottom. So really, really nice. So it's my favorite drop shoulder pattern with a super, super cute colorwork design. So I wear this one also a lot. I also made a baby one for my son, which I finished now, but it's a bit too big for him, so I have to wait before we can match sweaters. But it's a pattern I really like. So I really like that I combined those two to get actually for me the perfect sweater. So I show it one more time. To rank this, I will definitely also give this one an A. So we're almost there. 2 more sweaters to go. So next one is the FireFlyBlouse by Anne-Katrine Stoll. She's a German designer, I think, but she has her patterns in English available. So for this one, I used pure cashmere yarn and a mohair on a cone I had in my stash, so I don't really know the brand. But this is what it looks like. It's a wrap style blouse. So it's worked with all over cables. You can see, really nice. So it has also a cable at the front and the front neckband, so it doesn't curl in. So the back is also with this European shoulder, where you increase from actually a cable if you can see it, yeah. So you increase from that cable to get a nice drop shoulder. As I mentioned, it's a wrap style blouse. It was a lot of work with all of the cables, but actually very easy, very straightforward pattern. It's just a straight sleeve. So when you wear it, it's like very open at the cuff, at the wrists. But I really like the pattern. I only wear it tucked in because it's a bit short, and I think the ribbing at the bottom doesn't really look good, or doesn't really match the all-over style of the rest of the sweater. So I like to tuck that part into pants or a nice skirt, and it looks so pretty and polished. It's a very deep V, so I like to wear something underneath, like a top, or maybe it would look good with a bottom up as well. I haven't tried it yet, so I should try it. But this one really, really pretty design and very soft. I really like to wear it. So for rating, I really want to give it an A, but because I don't really like the bottom, but I tuck it in anyways. I think I will give it an A because it's a really pretty one. So the last one. I wasn't really sure if I would mention it in this video because it was like a last minute cast on I did with some stash yarn, and the stash yarn was acrylic yarn I bought a long time ago to make a blanket. But I was like, I want to get it out of stash. I need a sweater with a zipper, and I really wanted to something I would wear outside. So when I'm gardening, I really love to wear like a sweater that I don't care if it gets stuck on a branch or if it gets dirty. So for me, that's usually acrylic or like pure rustic wool. But now I had acrylic yarn in stash. The sweater pattern I chose was also from the book I showed before, with the design, and it is called the Urban Polar Sweater. In the book she has the female, male and child version, so for now I made a female version, but a very modified. So my version looks like this. So with the zipper in front. Up. With this sweater, I really came to love zipper sweaters. So little spoiler for next episode, I'm working on a zipper sweater right now. But this is like my first sweater with a zipper. So you can see it looks so warm, so perfect for in the winter days to work outside in the garden. So I'm really happy with this make, although it's an acrylic yarn and like a zipper I had laying here. I think it's a plastic zipper, not even a metal zipper. So it was really low cost, really quickly also to make, because it's like a 12 stitch gauge, I think, on 7mm needles. So it was real quick projects. The downside for me again is it was bottom up. So as we established before, I'm not really a fan of bottom up, but it was a quick knit, so I was quickly to the top. So I said I heavily modified this. So what did I modify? First of all, the zipper depth. It's supposed to be, I think, until here, the zipper, but I made it longer. Because I like it when you can zip it open a bit to get more air in when you're working and you want to get some fresh air to cool down a bit. So that's the first thing I did. Next, also on the zipper, I added a zipper facing on the inside, so you don't see the zipper tape, because I think it was not included in the pattern, but it just looks so handmade and not pretty when you can see the zipper tape. So I really don't know why she didn't include it, because it's really easy to add this zipper facing. So I just looked it up online how to do it, and it was really easy. It is a bit of work, I have to admit, but look how clean it looks. You just don't see anything from the zipper that you don't want to see. So that if you wear it open like this, it looks just pretty. So that's a modification I did. I made it cropped a lot. I think the original design is very long, which would have been nice as well, but I was knitting it bottom up, as I said, and I was like over it, I was done with it. So I just cropped it a bit, and I started the sleeves a bit sooner. I also think I knit a size too small for myself, which made the shoulder drop like sit at the top of the shoulder and not really dropping here. And then I was thinking maybe then the sleeves will not look really good and would stick out, so I added a sleeve cap. So I did with short rows, I made a sleeve cap so you can see it like this triangular shape to get like a more fitted sleeve, and that's what I added. And then I also did some additional decreases at the back of the sleeve to take away some of the bulk you have sometimes with drop shoulder patterns, especially with this acrylic yarn. It doesn't have much give, so it was really stiff. So I thought I will just take away this bulk, and it really worked, so I'm happy with that. And for the other decreases, I just followed the pattern. So I did a lot of adjustments. I don't know if you can recognize this from the pattern, that it's the same sweater, but it is. So it was a long time since I've knitted with acrylic yarn. It's not the best breathability wise, and to knit it feels a bit different than like a rustic or a natural wool, but I didn't mind it. For the purpose I need it for, it's just perfect. So I will rate this one a B. So that was it for all the sweaters I still have in my collection. It's a lot, but it's been a few years, so I think I'm not the only knitter with this many sweaters. So for now I am knitting on many more sweaters, but I will keep those for episode 2 of the podcast. So if you don't want to miss that one, maybe subscribe. That would be nice. We'll see, no pressure. I really liked recording this one to go through my knits, through my journey, what I did in the past, and take away some things I learned. To knit the right size, for example, which yarns I like. So it was really nice for me as well to record this video. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you will be here again for the next episode. I will probably do it this year as well. So I'll see you again. Bye bye.